Good morning. It's my daddy's birthday, so I have to make sure that I give him a call a little bit later because he lives in Florida, which is really far away. But we also have a couple other birthdays to celebrate in the web today. So happy birthday to Sophia Sacristan from Mrs. Bartram's room. And happy birthday to Leilani Toves from Mrs. Williams' classroom. I can't wait to see you guys in the office today, give you some birthday backpack charms and celebrate your birthday with you. And I have to remember to call my dad and wish him a happy, happy birthday. Okay, some of you have probably already know Mrs. Clendenning. She's our school counselor. And others of you maybe have not met her yet. But she's the really, really sweet lady that kind of has shoulder-length hair. She's in and out of classroom. She helps everybody. And she really tries to help us understand our character traits. And this month, our character trait is resilience, which means the ability to bounce back. So she came up with a demonstration for me today. So she gave me two things to show you. This is a smiley face bouncy ball, and this is an egg. Now, most eggs you see in grocery stores are probably white. This is a brown egg. They're still laid by chickens. But an egg has a really hard shell. So what do you think, or perhaps you could predict what would happen if I crash this egg down on this table? What do you think would happen to it? It's a hard shell, meaning it's very rigid, easily breakable. What do you think would happen? Are you thinking that it might break? I'm going to smash it down here in just a minute. We're going to see if it does. But think about this for a minute, because if you're not willing to try again, if you're not willing to do things differently, you're just like this egg. Ready? Oh my goodness. It all cracked all over the place. Now, Mrs. Clendenning did a little safety net. She hard-boiled this egg so it wouldn't be all gushy on the inside. But if you can see here, the shell is all cracked. Could we ever put that back together? Would it ever be the same again? It wouldn't, because you weren't willing to try again. You cracked just like an egg. See how cracked it is? But what about this bouncy ball? What if you're willing to make good choices? What if you're willing to try something a different way? If I smash this down on the table, what do you think is going to happen to this bouncy ball? Let's see. You ready? Make a prediction. Is it going to crack like this egg? And I have little pieces of shell now all over my tabletop. Is it going to crack like that egg? Do you have your prediction? You think you know what it's going to do? Let me see. Look, nothing happened to it, did it? It bounced. I want you to bounce every day. I want you to bounce if you don't get what you want for lunch. I want you to bounce if you're not going after school where you want to, but where mommy says you have to, okay? I want you to bounce. I want you to try something with a good attitude. You're not going to break when you bounce. You're just going to try something differently with a great attitude. So that is our lesson on resilience today. Don't be like this egg, because if you crash down and you're not willing to try something with a good attitude, you might just break, and then I won't be able to put you back together again, okay? Outside on the playground, there's a new piece of equipment going up called a Gaga pit. It is not ready to play in. So you may look at it with your eyes when you're out at recess today, but do not touch it. Do not climb over it. Do not get in it, okay? The Gaga pit is off limits until it's completely installed. Mr. Hartman has gone over the rules and how to play in PE with you, and then we'll open it up for play at recess. But it's not finished. It's started to be put together. It still has to have a whole matted floor put in. There's lots of steps that have to happen before we can open up the Gaga pit. So you may look with your eyes because it's there, but do not touch it and do not climb into it. Okay? It's going to be really exciting when it's ready to play. It'll give you something different to do at recess time. At this time, if you will stand and push your chair in, we are going to have a moment of silence. Now for our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, I took my clock down yesterday so I could give you clock lessons every day. And Mrs. Lacefield, our custodian, is so good. She put it back up on the wall for me. So I'm going to show you the clock up there on the wall. The big hand is almost pointing, or the small hand is almost pointing to the 8, which is almost 8 o'clock. So it's between 7 and 8 right now. And the big hand, if I count by starting at number 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47. Right now it's 7:47, or my 3rd and 4th graders, if you can do a lapse time, it's 13 minutes until 8 o'clock. And I'm going to try to get a clock down to leave down every day so that we can always have an analog clock lesson. That'll help you learn to tell time just a little bit sooner. I think that's all of our announcements today. Look with your eyes at the Gaga pit. Be like the bouncy ball. Try something with a great attitude. Don't be like Mr. Egg and crack your shell and us not be able to repair it or put it back together. Let's do our creed. Have a terrific Tuesday. Here we go. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. And before I sign off today, do you see this spider? We're the Webb Spiders because we're like a spider web, and the spider is our mascot. And in case you didn't know, if you're new to Webb, this spider, the Webb Spider, name is Webster. We had a contest several years ago. We named our spider. His name is Webster. So whenever you see a spider associated with Webb Elementary School, our little mascot's name is Webster. Make it a great day in the Webb. Make sure you bounce today like the bouncy ball, and make sure you're doing it right. Have a great day, spiders.